ODK Perm Motors is a Russian engineering firm that manufactures gas turbine aircraft engines for civil aviation, industrial gas turbine units for power plants, and gas transport. In June 2024, the Perm engine plant celebrated its 90th anniversary. Over the years, the design bureau has created more than 70 types of engines, 41 of which went into mass production. The company has produced over 65,000 aviation piston engines and around 19,500 gas turbine engines. Perm assembled and tested the first M-25 aircraft engine on June 1, 1934. Today, Perm engines are among the most widely used turbojet engines in Russia. They are even installed on the president's aircraft. The construction of the domestic aircraft engine plant with the most modern equipment, Plant No. 19, named after I.V. Stalin, began in Perm in 1931. Arkady Shvetsov, who had previously served as the chief engineer at Plant No. 24 in Moscow, now the Salyut Production Complex, led the establishment of a design department in May 1934. Pavel Solovyov, a young specialist, joined the plant as an engineer in the testing department in the spring of 1940, but soon became a lead designer in the design bureau. The first engine assembled and tested at the plant on June 1, 1934, was the M-25, a gasoline engine with air cooling and 750 horsepower. It was installed on many types of aircraft in the pre-war years. The leaders of the Air Force believed that the plant should also master water-cooled engines, and Arkady Shvetsov agreed. However, the idea of restructuring the production required significant investments and time, leading to its abandonment. This allowed Shvetsov to continue working on the air-cooled M82 engine, later the Ash-82. In May 1941, the engine was ready, passed state trials, and went into mass production. It was installed on Su-2 and 103B bombers, as well as the prototype of the Tu-2. Then World War II began. During World War II, Anatoly Soldatov headed Plant No. 19, with Arkady Shvetsov remaining as chief designer, Pavel Solovyov working as head of the design group, and Viktor Butasov as chief engineer. Anatoly Valadinsky was the head of the assembly shop, later replacing Butasov and improving the engines with critical engineering solutions. Shvetsov also developed the M62, M63, and M62IR, later renamed ESH engines, which powered Soviet fighters such as the I-16, I-153, La-5, La-7, and Tu-2. The plant received equipment from evacuated aviation factories in Moscow, Leningrad, Kharkiv, and Dnepropetrovsk. The plant operated around the clock with 12-hour shifts. They primarily produced Ash-82 and Ash-62IR engines for the Soviet Air Force's fighters, bombers, and military transport aircraft. Expanded production capacities significantly boosted M82 engine production. The plant not only made engines, but also supplied parts to other factories. During the war, Plant No. 19 supplied 20% of all aircraft engines for the Air Force. By the end of the war, the plant was producing over 500 engines per month. In total, during the war years, the plant produced over 31,000 engines for LA-5 and LA-7 fighters, Su-2 bombers, P-8, Tu-2, and Su-6 ground attack aircraft. The government bestowed several awards on the Perm plant, including the Order of the Red Banner in 1945. Starting in the 1960s, the plant expanded production and created new products, including liquid rocket engines, helicopter gearboxes, and jet engines for aircraft designed by Andrei Tupolev, Sergei Ilyushin, Artyom Mikoyan, Vladimir Masishchev, and helicopters by Mikhail Mil. In 1965, Perm Motors began manufacturing the VR-8A gearbox for the most popular Mi-8 helicopter. In 1964, Perm perfected the liquid rocket engine for the first stage of the Proton launch vehicle. The serial production of two-circuit gas turbine engines D20, D30, and TV217 began. In the 1990s, production of engines for the oil and gas industry and power generation started. Pavel Solovyov's final development was the fourth-generation PS-90A turbofan engine. Its serial production began in 1988. The PS-90A was not only well-designed, but ahead of its time. Russian aviation has been using this engine and its modifications for over 30 years. As mentioned above, PS-90A engines are installed on the aircraft of the Russian president and prime minister. Since 2009, the Perm Engine Company has been the primary contributor to the initiative to develop a family of next-generation engines based on a single gas generator. The United Engine Corporation is implementing the project with the involvement of Russian engine-building enterprises such as UOOJSC, NPO Saturn OJSC, MMPP, Salyut Federal State Unitary Enterprise, NPP Motor OJSC, and so on. The project's lead developer is the Perm Design Bureau of UEC Aviadvigatel JSC. The Perm Engine Company is the leading organization in serial production, assembly, and testing. Do you think Perm Motors has been not very successful in new aircraft engines after the fall of the Soviet Union? Let us know in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe for more such awesome content. Also, please take our memberships to support us.